Hello everyone, it's your girl, Sugary Girl Candy 2012, and I'm here to bring you guys a new video. I apologize for the lack of videos, but my life has been just so freaking hectic, and I've just been so freaking tired that I just have not felt like doing anything. And then, just interruptive sleep, and I don't know, it's just been just really bugging me right now. So if I sound kind of slouchy or if I sound kind of weird, it's because I'm kind of tired. But at the same time, it's just some things I want to knock out and talk about that really need to be talked about. So anyway, y'all read the title, y'all know what it's about. If you don't know, which you should know if you're a gamer and you've been keeping up with gaming news, Uncharted 4 just recently dropped last week. If you guys can go back and see my unboxing of the game, you guys know I copped it most definitely. I've been waiting years for this game ever since I seen it pop up at E3, and ever since I seen the first little trailer of it, it was like, okay, yes. So anyway, if you don't know, like Uncharted has just been getting tons of praise. Is it rarely, if at all, gets a bad review, and it's just been crazy praise. So anyway, there has been certain reviewers who have reviewed the game and certain people who just start trashing the game and start trying to call out, literally trying to reach for things um, to say about it to try to make it seem like it's a bad game. Like people are like, oh, it's not so perfect and it's not this and that. And I'm not just talking about games, wait, not games, but IGN in particular, because first let me touch upon that. Okay, so if you guys don't know, people were very upset with how Uncharted 4 was reviewed on IGN. Because Uncharted got a 9.0, I believe, but before that, it got like an 8.8 or something like that. I didn't really watch that review beforehand because I don't deal with reviews that are just not full. Like I don't do how can I call it, half-ass? I don't want to say half-ass because it's not half-ass, but I don't do reviews unless they're the full review. Okay, so they recently reviewed the game, Uncharted 4, and they gave it a 9.0, and it made a lot of people upset. You could tell by the like and dislike bar, and people dislike the hell out of it, and you can tell from the comments. And a lot of people were like, "Why are you guys tripping that Uncharted got a 9.0?" Or IGN even themselves commented saying, so apparently a 9.0 is the new 2 in reviews. And a lot of people were saying they shouldn't trip, and a lot of people were saying, oh, so y'all think, what was it, COD or something is better than Uncharted, or y'all think Tomb Raider is better than Uncharted, or something like that. It's something along those lines. So anyway, a lot of people thought, many were getting upset at that IGN review because of the fact that they gave it a 9.0, which wasn't the majority of the case of why people were upset. Now, don't get me wrong, some people were getting mad and upset that it did get a 9.0 because it was below like Tomb Raider and stuff like that. But some people like me were legit a little bit irritated at the fact at how the game was reviewed, and the fact that the person reviewing the game literally had to find something about it to say, oh, this is the reason why we're knocking off 5 points, or this is the reason why we're knocking off this 6 points or something like that. You can literally like listen to the review and you can see how far they had to stretch to find something bad about the game, because the game, I'm not going to say it's flawless. It's definitely not flawless, because there's no such thing as a flawless game. Every game has its problems. There's no such thing as flawless, perfect, etc. So they reviewed, well, the way they reviewed the game, or should I say the way she reviewed the game, just kind of irritated a lot of people, because it just felt so, um, it just felt half-assed, and it just felt like she was just reaching literally to find something bad about the game. And literally the thing she said that gave it the score that she gave it was that, what was it, Act 8, I believe. I just finished Act 8, I believe. Yeah, she said it was too long. Excuse me. She said it was too long, and it started to get repetitive and stuff like that. So, I mean, I mean, just because I'm a huge fan of something or a product or whatever doesn't mean I'm gonna not call that company or that game out or whatever bullshit it may have or may be doing or whatever. But even though I'm a big fan of the Uncharted series, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna call them out on their flaws or anything like that. So if I would was to encounter any of these problems, of course I will call it out. But me so far have been one of the lucky few that haven't encountered any of the problems that many others are encountering. So yeah, lucky me, right? But so yeah, that was basically her excuse of why she gave it, excuse me, the score that she gave it, because she said it was too Act 8, excuse me, was too long and it started to get repetitive for her. But we all know, if you're a fan of Uncharted or you've been playing the Uncharted games since the PS3 days, then you pretty much already know what it's about. And many reviewers who reviewed the game know what it's about. And I don't know why people were sitting here expecting these huge leaps and bounds towards certain things and expected it like I don't know. Some people just expected it like to be rehauled in gameplay and stuff like that. But and people were calling Naughty Dog out for not being innovative and just like all type of crazy mess. But I don't know, from what was excuse me, from what was added and from the gameplay and just everything that I've encountered thus far, I can definitely say this game has innovated. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a new innovation, but in terms of the series and many of us that have been playing the series, then it has definitely innovated over itself and some changes and some good changes. So yeah, I mean, I don't think the people who gave it the score, well, some of them, let me say, some of the reviewers who gave it the scores they gave weren't really justified and weren't really, I don't know, it just seemed like they were kind of reaching just to stand out from the crowd, because Uncharted was just dropping tens after tens and nines and stuff like that. So I don't know, it just seemed like some people just wanted to stand out from the crowd and just be different. And I don't know, because you literally, like, this game is just beautiful, like, and not just in graphics, like the story and just the animations and everything just feels just emotional. Like, I don't know, it's just a beautiful game. Like, I don't know, man, it just got me real emotional when I got to a certain part of the game, which I don't want to spoil it. And I was like, oh, like the whole time, and I was like, my face was like a little sad. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how can a video game make you feel like this? Like, this is why I'm a Sony girl. This is why I stick with Sony games, because their games are just amazing, and the emotions and everything that they bring with the games, and the studios who bring them is just like, ugh. So wow, yeah, I'm just like amazed. I believe I'm near beating the game, but I could be wrong, because I've been trying to play it on and off like crazy when I get the time, because my time is just crazy. And like, I've been running all over the place and I'm so freaking tired, just physically, and I'm mentally, like, can't hardly sleep, because there's just so much commotion and just so many things going on, and I have an active mind. So it's like, it's just slowly frustrating the hell out of me. Like, y'all just don't even know. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't know if I should call it a first impression, because I pretty much just explained some things that I would in a first impression. But like I said before, Uncharted 4 has personally not disappointed me in any way. I've loved every act that I played in. I love the emotions. I love the animations. It's just a beautiful game, and not just referring to the graphics, but just everything that the game portrays. Like, oh my gosh, like, if you guys have never played the Uncharted games, you really should. If you weren't a PlayStation 3 owner, pick up the collection for the PlayStation 4. Like, really, the game is just beautiful. The game is awesome. You just get so connected to the characters. Like, there are certain games where you just play the game and you be done with it. You don't really get attached to the characters. You're not really connected. But with the Uncharted series, hell, when Naughty Dog's games in general, you get connected. Like, their games are just, oh Lord have mercy, are just beautiful and just awesome. Like, oh Lord, they deserve every score they get, and I'm very, very, very confident in the fact that they probably will grab a whole bunch of Game of the Years and just so many awards because the game is just well built. It's just the animations and everything just feels real, and Naughty Dog are the type of developers that actually care about those little things in the game, even if it's just little, even if it's just, a character's hand rubbing up against a wall, or maybe, sweat dripping off their body or something like that. It just shows that they actually care. So it's like cool. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't want to make this video any longer than it already has gotten. And excuse me. Sorry if I'm going hoarse right now, y'all. I will leave the question of the day at the end of the video, and you guys can personally let me know what you think of this and what you think it is. If you've gotten Uncharted 4 and you've played it, what do you think about it? And if you haven't, what do you think about it? And what do you think about all the people who have tried to be different in the way they reviewed this game, but the way they reviewed it wasn't exactly too professional or any how can I say that? I don't want to say too professional. It wasn't let me just fuck it. I'm just gonna say they weren't too professional in the way they reviewed the game, and it just seemed more like they were just trying to stand apart from everybody else that was just dropping tens and big old nines with this game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will talk to you guys later. Deuces.